I bet you never thought you'd be getting health tips from an accountant, considering we're known to diet or desk at a young age, but I'm trying to change the way the world sees us. And that's with bulging muscles and a psychological edge. Stay with me here because this video isn't about me getting bigger muscles. It's about how to perform your job when you're underslept, overworked, and your brain feels like mush. In a certain profession, doesn't get much sleep and needs as much brain power as they can get during certain parts of the year. Almost a year ago, I started taking creatine daily. I had taken creatine in the past, but I was always weary of the side effects and having to drink water like a camel. But I was starting to see some well-respected voices in health discuss the benefits of creatine and how there was pretty much no downside as long as you drank plenty of water and had healthy kidneys. The benefits being more energy for your muscles and better brain performance. The downside being kidney failure. Seemed worth it, right? I mean, maybe to some people it's an upside. How does creatine actually work? Imagine your muscles and brain run on tiny batteries. When you do anything, lift a dumbbell, crank out a tax return, or just try to remember what your password is, your body uses a fuel called ATP. But you only have a tiny reserve of ATP. Creatine helps you recharge that fuel faster. So instead of burning out after 5 reps or 30 minutes of focus, you get more energy, more endurance, and more output. In the gym, that means pushing harder. Oh yeah. In the office, that means less staring blankly at your monitor, wondering where your soul went. It's not a stimulant, there's no jitters, there's no crash. It's just a compound your body already makes in small amounts. So once I understood that, I was like, why wouldn't I take this? So I got onto Amazon and ordered a tub of creatine monohydrate, 200 servings for about $35, which seems like a good deal. And if you know anything about accountants, we love a good deal. All right, quick break from the gains talk. Just like creatine helps fuel your muscles so you can push harder and recover faster, Financial Sense does the same for your accounting workflows. If you're still juggling client deadlines in your head or buried in Post-its and spreadsheets, it's time to level up. Financial Sense helps accounting and bookkeeping firms track work, manage clients, get paid, and hit deadlines without burning out your brain. So whether you're lifting numbers or dumbbells, give your firm a performance boost. Try Financial Sense today with a 14-day free trial or book a demo if you use the code RCQS5E. You'll get 10% off the Team or Scale annual plan. See the link in the description. So after a few days of starting creatine, I could feel my skin getting tighter because my muscles were getting bigger. They were getting bigger because creatine helps fill your muscles with water. It's all water, folks. I don't know what to say. I just got a bunch of water for muscles. It also felt like my workouts were getting easier. Like I could keep working out forever and not get tired. Keep in mind that I work out in the middle of the workday, so your results may vary. When tax season hit, here's where things got interesting. I would wake up around 6 a.m. and head straight to my office to start working. It's only 20 steps away, so it's not like I had time to wake up. I'd immediately start working on a tax return because I found that it's easier to work on complex work early in the morning versus the afternoon. Here's where I noticed a difference when I was on creatine. My brain felt as if I hadn't just gotten less sleep than normal, or I've been under a lot of stress. What that translates to is I was able to work with the same brain power compared to Logan that got 8 hours of sleep during non-tax season times. How do you describe your brain working at 100% instead of 70%? It's subtle, but powerful. You don't have to reread emails 3 times. You don't forget what that client with 6 LLCs emailed about last week. You just click. You just work. I was able to be more efficient and effective because my brain wasn't struggling to process the work I was doing. My memory was on point where I could recall all the things that were going on with my firm with ease. So far, there has been no negative side effects. If you're interested in trying it out, obviously make sure creatine is right for you. Do your own research and be smart. Start slow and be patient. I'm not sponsored by this creatine brand, but I do have an affiliate link if you want to try the one that I've been using. So if you want to support my creatine powered tax brain, you know what to do. Even though I just went over a way to potentially transform yourself that lets you work harder and longer, we still need to take care of our bodies and our mental state. I'm not using creatine to work as much as I can. I'm using creatine to work smarter not harder. I'd love it if you join my newsletter called Counter Newsletter, where I'll be talking about how we can start an accounting industry revolution. Sometimes revolutions can start just within our own health. Let's also start a revolution for healthy accountants. I want to do a quick creatine Q&A. Will it make you fat? Not unless you're confusing water weight with fat. So creatine pulls water into your muscles, so you might gain a few pounds on the scale.
Yeesh.
But it's muscle hydration, not fat. You're gonna look fuller, not fluffier. What if you don't lift? Still useful. Creatine isn't just for gym bros. Studies show it improves cognitive performance, memory, and mental fatigue. If your brain does heavy lifting like untangling LLC structures or deciphering QuickBook nightmares, creatine can help. Will creatine make me gassy? Not in my experience. Is creatine just bro science? Nope. Creatine is one of the most researched supplements on the planet with over 1,000 studies and decades of data. It's backed by actual science. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for Financial Sense for sponsoring this video.